¿De dónde salió usted? Para toda esa gente que no sabe.
Oye, Puerto Rico, todos los que me quieren, sí. Yo no siento que yo soy de ningún lado en específico, yo me siento orgulloso de ser de esta isla.
Lo importante es que el pueblo está con usted o yo. A veces la mano no es ni la exposición, ni la fama. Esa es parte del lazo.
Jiren Ennis and Xander Zas are grinding through brutal training camps, each one pushing beyond limits as the tension quietly builds toward a collision that promises pure chaos. The kind of fight where energy explodes from the very first second and neither man is willing to take a step back. Jiren Ennis is obsessively refining his striking, dialing in sharper combinations and lightning-fast timing, determined to turn every exchange into a calculated attack as he prepares for a relentless, high-speed battle against Xander Zas. But Xander Zas remains completely unfazed, convinced that Ennis has rarely been dragged out of his comfort zone, warning that a fearless, hungry challenger who refuses to play it safe could expose cracks no one has truly tested before.
But what do you think makes Boots beatable in your opinion?
Everything. He's never been uncomfortable. He's always had it his way. He's always, had fighters that put up a little bit of a fight and then they quit. When you have a young champion that is willing to risk everything to go in there, man, that's scary. And he has me now in front of him. And he's going to have to adjust because he's going to be really, really uncomfortable.
Zas goes even further, pointing straight at flaws in Ennis's defense, insisting he's vulnerable to clean straight shots and hooks, while confidently reminding everyone that his own size and athleticism bring a style Ennis has never had to solve.
Giving away your game plan, can you just talk about some of the strengths and weaknesses that you see already?
Man, he eats every straight punch. He eats every hook. I mean, I don't know. I mean, he there's a lot of things that I can take advantage of. I'm as athletic as he is. I'm as tall. I'm as big as he is. And again, he just never faced somebody like.
In response, Jiren Ennis has intensified his preparation by bringing Shawn Porter into camp, using those high-level sparring sessions to sharpen his edge and prepare for the unique challenge Zas presents.
Boy, cutting the weight, but I mean, you still.
Looking back on those rounds, Shawn Porter praised Ennis's movement and footwork, highlighting his explosive athletic ability and revealing that their sparring sessions turned into intense, high-pressure battles that tested both men.
Sparring live, we were able to get probably about a minute and a half of sparring. DDA's up on the apron, and Boots saw that he had his camera up, and he just didn't want it filmed. So we got a little bit. I told DDA, I said, "Yo, get his feet."
Oh,
that dude, his feet are just amazing, bruh.
You got good feet, so
yeah. But I mean, I'm looking. My stuff was different. He literally can just kind of dance and flow. It's really special to see his feet, the way he moves. But all that being said, I was able to get in the ring with Boots this past week. It
immediately triggered a response from Xander Zas, who questioned whether Ennis could truly handle real pressure when it matters most. confidently claiming his own ring IQ and adaptability would take control once the fight reaches deeper. More dangerous territory.
He's never been uncomfortable. He's been hit, but he's been okay. Like I can still, he rolls with those punches.
Right.
You know, every time he gets his flush, you can see it. He gets uncomfortable, but then he gets back to.
Gets back, right.
And these guys, they don't have the IQ. They don't have the technique to keep building on that, right?
Right.
I do, and you guys have seen it. I build on everything. On everything I do is just something added extra to that layer. And there's no fights that you can tell me I haven't seen nothing new from you. There's always something that I get better at. There's something that I improve at. And this fight, I will continue to do that. Again, it's easy to be there and be comfortable with all these guys and be comfortable getting hit. But what when you're not? Well, how is your brain gonna tolerate that? How is your brain gonna react?
Ennis fired back without hesitation, dismissing all the talk about Zass's size advantage and making it clear he's not impressed by any physical narrative being pushed ahead of the fight.
The day that y'all saw each other face to face at the press conference, what did you think?
Nothing. He not even big. You
don't think so?
He had on these Prada joints. It had these like little. He like a
little
hair
hair.
on the ear. We probably like the same size. He might be a little.
The first
bit
time
taller
I saw him in person, I was
Yeah.
like, he's bigger than I thought he was.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So you looked at him, you said, okay, he got on those platform shoes or whatever. He ain't really that big.
No, I ain't.
He's
Makes
confident though, right now.
That's good.
Absolutely.
And
absolutely.
There are some people that are using the size thing.
While Xander Zaz brushed aside all the online noise, emphasizing that talk means nothing and that the only truth comes inside the ring, where real fighters prove themselves by overcoming tough opposition.
Away from anything. I want to be the best. I say I'm the best. This is the way you make it happen. They say he's the best. Let's prove it. It's only one way to prove it. We got to get in that ring.
Yeah.
At the end, it's easy to go on social media and talk all the talk. When we get on the phone and we make something happen, we want to make it happen. We want to make sure we make something happen. And all these guys, they always talk and go on social media back and forth. I give you one response and one response only. After that, we're picking up the phone, we're making a phone call. We won this fight. And that's what happened.
You
So
think the back and forth, like online.
Adding to the tension, Max Kellerman sees this as a massive gamble for Zaz, a defining moment where both his title dreams and reputation are on the line against a dangerous opponent like Jaron Ennis.
Right, you gotta give him props, is when you have a built-in fan base. In other words, it's not just that you're of a certain ethnic or national group, but you're undefeated. You've been groomed and promoted as maybe the future star that group's fan base will follow. You're risking a lot because you have a built-in economic engine behind you. And when you're a guy who can be put in a position to pick and choose, and you choose Boots, Gabe, what does that say?
Absolutely. This is a fight he definitely didn't have to take, man. You know, he's a 2-division champion right now. And for him to choose the toughest guy on paper right now, I mean, skill-wise, Boots, it's crazy. You know, it's crazy. He could have went a different route, but he chose...
Breaking it down, Bruce Carrington believes Zass's footwork and technical precision could create serious problems for Ennis, while still acknowledging Ennis's power and athleticism, warning that defensive gaps could become costly in such a high-level clash.
I think Xander is pretty technical, good foot movement. I think that could pose a little resistance to Boots. Now we know Boots, like he's athletically talented, but in the last few fights we have been seeing little shots get through. You know what I'm saying? He ain't really been looking as slick. He still has it, and he's still very dangerous. The power is there. You know, he's naturally bigger than Xander, I feel. But
I think so. Xander's a big kid.
He is a big kid, but no, Boots is big, bro. Boots is he's a big guy. So I think that it's gonna be a tougher fight than people think. But I am interested to see how Xander deals with Boots' power and his slickness. And I want to see how Boots deals with Xander's technicality and his defense, because Xander's defense is underrated.
Carrington also credits Ennis's natural talent, but suggests he sometimes relies too heavily on athleticism, pointing out flashes of brilliance mixed with avoidable mistakes, and arguing that with sharper discipline and ring awareness, Ennis could become nearly unstoppable.
He's one of the most talented guys. Now, in terms of if you want to put it up with IQ, I think that he don't use his talent to his fullest ability, I would say. Because there's certain things that I feel like he would do that it is unnecessary, and then there's certain things he does that's just so sweet, you know what I mean? There's two extremes at times, you know what I'm saying? But no, Boots is, he's an exceptional guy when it comes to his talent, and I feel like if he was to really lock in on his fundamentals even more and really build the IQ, he'll be unstoppable.
Abdullah Mason views this matchup as something special, praising both fighters' talent and skill while recalling his history with Zas from the amateur days. Ultimately expecting an exciting fight he wouldn't dare miss.
But do you think it's a great fight? Do you think that fans come up and say, hey, I want to spend my hard-earned money, am I going to get something special this night?
I feel like that's an amazing fight, man. Both got some great skill set. You know what I'm saying? I like watching both fighters fight. Both of them cool. Both of them cool. I mean, anytime I have interaction with them, like, you know what I'm saying? Since I've been an amateur, I kind of knew Xander a little bit. And Boots, ever since I met him, he's been cool. But I think it's going to be a great fight, man. They both cool. Put it on. And they both kind of young.
Yeah.
Both kind of young.
Especially Xander.
They still got ways to go, especially Xander. So I'm just looking for a great.
Tiger Johnson believes this fight will be far more competitive than people expect, highlighting Zas's size and strength as key factors that could turn this into a serious test for both fighters.
On your experience sparring and getting rounds with Gerard.
I mean, I think it's going to be a way better fight than people is giving it. You know what I mean? I think, Xander kind of a big dude too.
Yeah.
Boots is real strong as well, so yeah, he kind of a big dude. But man, I think it's gonna be a war.
Johnson also points to Zas's consistency and mental strength, emphasizing his ability to follow instructions, stay physically ready, and remain composed even in the toughest moments inside the ring.
Being underrated about, because a lot of people right away they're like Boots, and you may be picking Boots too, but right away you said it's a better fight than people think. What do you think is his athleticism being slept on? I know you mentioned he's a big guy, but what do you think is maybe being overlooked about Xander that makes him really competitive with Jaron?
Xander, he's real good at one thing I always liked about Xander. He's real good at sticking to the game plan. Like he listens very well in the corner. You know what I mean? To instructions that's given to him. He's always in dog shape, and he's somebody that he has a lot of will to win. You know what I mean? Like you can always count on him to not.
Richard Torres Jr. stands firmly behind his friend Xander Zas, arguing that he's being underestimated because of his age. And despite most predictions favoring Ennis, he believes Zas's maturity and accomplishments are being overlooked and could shock everyone once the fight unfolds.
I'm pretty close to Xander. Whenever he goes to some of his main events, I'll fly out and I'll just cheer him on and stuff like that. I'm a Xander fan, and I think Xander's gonna win. I think people are underestimating Xander so much. It's insane to me. People are all like, "Oh, Xander's not ready for Boots. This isn't, Boots is gonna wash him out. Boots is gonna do this. Boots is gonna do that." Xander's a world champ, a multiple belt world champ, and he's showcased who he is time and time again. I think people are just washing him out or overlooking him because he's so young, but I'm giving it to Xander. I think Xander's his boxing ability, his ring IQ, his presence, his just stature. I think it's gonna be tough for anyone.
Taking it further, Torres dismisses the growing doubts around Zas, insisting he's already proven himself at the highest level, backing him not just out of loyalty, but because of his real skill, pointing to his movement, feints, and ring control as serious weapons against
all my friends Boots gonna take him out, Boots gonna do this. Man, y'all don't know Xander. You know what I mean? Xander's like that. He's gonna fight his butt off. And if I don't know Boots either, so I'm sorry if Boots, you're a cool dude or whatever, but Xander's my guy, and so I'm gonna rock with my guy through and through, and not just because he's my guy, but because he's a great fighter and a world champ. I'm rocking with him, you know?
What does Xander have to do to win that fight against Boots?
I think Xander has to one feint. I want to see him feint and just get Boots off his rhythm, and then after he does that, I would like to see Xander continuing his lateral move.
Gary Russell Jr. also sees Zas as a genuine threat highlighting his sharp combinations and relentless pace, adding that his punching power is enough to keep the fight dangerous from start to finish.
Hold on now. Now Xander, shorty nice. He nice. I would hate for it to be an upset. I'm going with Boots.
Russell makes it clear that Ennis must stay disciplined at all times, warning that even a single careless or flashy moment could allow Zaz to seize control and completely shift the fight in his favor.
With this fight, he gonna punch in numbers. He gonna throw combinations. And Boots can't be in that motherfucker trying to do some pretty shit. Cause Shorty can pop too. Shorty can pop too, and if he got you hurt, he gonna...
On the other side, Eric Roman expects a fast and competitive opening, with both fighters landing early and testing each other's timing, noting that while Ennis respects Zaz's size and preparation, Zaz may struggle to sustain the intense pace needed over the full fight.
Sided with my brother Bo on that one. I think that it's gonna be an entertaining fight in the beginning. You know, I would say the first 5-6 rounds is gonna be competitive. Mainly because Boots is smart. He knows that Xander can't fight. Xander's a big kid. He's not just gonna sit there and trade with him. You know, I don't know what they're thinking. They see. I know that Coach Javier was my boy too. You know, Centennial, great coach on Xander's side. I know they're gonna have a great game plan early. But the pace that you have to keep Boots off of you, man, that's a hefty price. You know. I don't know if Xander's going to be able to do that, you know, so I do think it's going to be competitive for, like I said, 5-6 rounds.
Roman also sees Zaz as a tough, technically sound fighter who can absorb clean shots and stay composed under pressure, but believes Ennis's sharper overall skill set could start to take over as the rounds go deeper.
Xander's too good to get hit with one shot clean and just go. I think he has a lot of heart, you know what I mean? He's Puerto Rican, he showed that he could fight, he could scrap. I think Xander does everything really good, but I think Boots does everything really great. So, and that's going to be a difference in the later.
Juan Rivera, while excited for the fight, highlights the unique style of Philly Puerto Rican fighters like Zaz, describing a dangerous mix of toughness, movement, and controlled aggression that becomes even more difficult in close physical exchanges.
Love my heritage. Proud to be a Philly Puerto Rican fighter. After Danny, I mean, looked up to Danny since I was a kid and just following in them footsteps.
When talking about the style, right? Puerto Ricans from the island, strong, great left hook, whether it's to the body or to the head. And then you mix that with Philly being slick, but also being tough. Is that what makes y'all like so awkward to deal with?
Yeah, I feel it. So I feel like it's unique being a Puerto Rican Philly fighter. And it's rare because not a lot. It's not.
Rivera expects a memorable showdown, admitting Zaz didn't impress him at first, but recognizing his growth since turning pro. Though he still leans toward Ennis, trusting his versatility, ring IQ, and ability to control the fight.
Legendary fight. It's gonna be a legendary night for sure. I just feel like, I mean, me growing up, I didn't really watch Xander too much. I seen him at Nationals, and I probably caught fights, like him fighting, but he never really caught my eye where it was like wow, like Xander about to fight type of thing. But watching him in the pros, I feel like he grew a lot. I feel like he's a good fighter. He could box real nice. But for Boots though, I looked up to Boots since I was a kid watching him. I feel like nobody handled Boots. I feel like he always had everybody numbered. He could go both ways. He just boxed. I feel like his IQ just on a different level than a lot of people.
Now it's your turn. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss the latest boxing updates and behind the scenes camp action.